This is just a little film. Could you say who you are?
My name's Tracy. I'm the actual boss of this situation. I'm in charge of both plots. This is my father. He's very old. He's, well, antique really. His name's Ronnie. I will tell you his real name, but he has got loads of names. He's called Daniel. All right.
And what do you do? Like what do you do up here?
We try and raise pigeons.
My name is Victoria Melody and I'm an artist and an anthropologist, and I make work that records and celebrates Britain's niche communities. This project here is called The Enthusiasts and it's part of 2 events that I've got running across Brighton Festival. We've got one across town called Funeral Directors, which is about the people who work in the funeral industry, and then this one is called Pigeon Fanciers and it's about the people who race pigeons. It's not about the people who fancy pigeons. That's a whole different project.
And how long have you been doing it for, Ronnie?
Oh, since I was 9 years old. I used to race when I was a young boy with my father. So that's many years ago, before you people were born, all of you.
Yeah.
And what I do, I embed myself into communities for years. Like I've been in the pigeon racing community now for 15 years, and I always meet these incredible characters, and I wanted to find a way to give their voices a platform. I've always felt it's been a privilege to be let into these communities, so I wanted to find a way to let you lot in. So what is it? It's a audio immersive experience, which is a posh way of saying that we give the audience a secret location. Across town it's a parlour, a funeral parlour. Here it's pigeon lofts. The team and I give out headphones and the audiences are free to roam wherever they want whilst they're listening to beautiful, moving, funny and vital audio from communities who are on the brink of change. Please don't touch the pigeons, and you're welcome to go inside the lofts, but let a pigeon fancier take you in, just because there's all sorts of doors and you can release all the pigeons, and they are homing pigeons, so they will come home, but I just don't know what it'd be like if we release 100 pigeons. I'm worried about the consequences. You think you're gonna hear something about pigeon racing, but really it's about the wider society. So we hear about Brexit. It's too expensive now to send pigeons abroad and release them to fly back. The cost of living crisis, climate change. Pigeons are losing their homing ability and nobody knows why, and they think it's because of the environment. It's like being in a living documentary. Afterwards, you get to meet the characters that you've heard in the audio.
One of these, I was making a bacon sandwich on that stove this year. Yeah. I said to him, do you want a bacon sandwich? It was on the 2nd day. And he stood up there on that platform. So I took him up his sandwich, I'll come back in here. About an hour went by. He went over to that shed there and said, Trace, the pigeon's in there. I went, for fuck's sake. Dan was here. Honestly, Dan was here. And we got the pigeon, but we couldn't time it in.
You have to verify, on the nationals, you have to verify your pigeons within, like, some of them's half an hour or an hour. And it was like a minute out, and they wouldn't let him have it.
How far was it that day? 400 and something, wasn't it?
It was a tough race, though, wasn't it? There weren't many birds.
There weren't many birds home that day, was there? Well, but he managed to get one.
Because what I like to do is facilitate conversations between people that don't normally speak. People are loving it, audiences are loving it. Like Ronnie, he's the star of the show. He's constantly got a big group of women around him. The best thing about it is that everyone who takes part feels like it's a genuine collaboration. Like the pigeon fanciers, they love it. For them it's great because, and they won't mind me saying this, but they're an older group of people. Younger people aren't taking up the sport anymore, and so for them it's wonderful to let the world know that they exist. And then for the people that work in the funeral industry, it's pushing us to talk about death. They're putting the conversation forward, so they feel like it's just been a genuine collaboration. The guys are all like, so Vic, what are we doing next? And they've got me signed up to giving out trophies at their AGM. and we're in discussions about setting up a pigeon co-op for the public so that they can have their own pigeon that they can race. What it does, it creates a genuine legacy between the community, the city and the arts organisation I'm working with. Like now there's going to be a Brighton festival and Victoria Melody pigeon race every year, and we bought them a trophy. It's for locals to connect with communities that are right under their nose but that they never knew existed. I'm like the neighbourhood matchmaker.
You can't just replace the birds.
I had a
Things like that.
three-legged fox kill all mine before.
Honestly,
3 legs it had.
that's what happens.
Yeah.
Obviously, Dan's pigeons weren't fast.
Someone-
Even a three-legged fox could catch them.
What?
They weren't very fast, these pigeons, were they?
The
Even
three-legged
for a
fox.
three-legged fox to get them. See how bad they were? They weren't pigeons, they were fucking ducks.